Center City in Philadelphia, this is Fox 29 News at 10.
Its accuracy has been challenged in court from the very beginning. The accuracy we're talking about of breathalyzers. Now, hundreds of DUI convictions in Philadelphia may be thrown out because a breathalyzer was not properly calibrated. The test is mandatory, and now the district attorney's office is offering new trials to people who were found guilty based on those breathalyzer tests from equipment that was not properly set up. So attorneys Danny Savalas and Richard Hark are both here tonight to debate this issue. Welcome, gentlemen.
Hi, Joyce.
You out there?
Joyce. Thank you very much. How are you?
I'm doing well, thanks. So first, the DA's decision to offer new trials, good or bad idea? Danny, you go first.
Joyce, look, under the statute, the Commonwealth has the burden to show that your blood alcohol content was a specific percentage. And what is that burden? Is it more likely than not that they did it? No. It's beyond a reasonable doubt. And because it involves science, if the Commonwealth can't bring the goods, if they can't prove it, and if the machine is not working, then you can't convict of that section of the DUI. But now listen, this is what a lot of people don't know, is that under the statute, not only can you be convicted based on your blood alcohol content reading, but if in the officer's testimony, in his opinion, you were an unsafe driver, incapable of safely operating the motor vehicle, you can be convicted for a DUI without even a blood alcohol content reading.
Richard, your take.
I think it's a very ethical thing that the district attorney is doing. They realized that the scientific evidence that they were presenting to the court was mistaken, that there were errors there, and it's a very admirable thing that they are acknowledging a mistake in the system and that they're going to reverse a whole bunch of cases and give those people their appropriate day in court. Absolutely.
Okay, so now the next step, do those hundreds of convicted now have basis for their own lawsuit if their case is thrown out? And can we assume that they're going to get off anyway? Richard, you first.
Well, the answer, if these individuals didn't spend any time in jail, probably not, Joyce. DUI, these are low-level offenders. They're given low or nominal bail. They don't spend time in jail. And because the district attorney is making a preemptive strike and withdrawing some of these charges and giving these individuals the right to a new trial, it is a really good decision on their part, and it's showing that there's ethics and sound policy taking place at the district attorney's office in Philadelphia.
Lawsuits coming, Danny?
No, I don't think so, for the same reason Richard said, and I agree with Richard in that this is a very good and ethical move by the district attorney's office. Remember, the district attorney's job is not just to get convictions, it's about justice. And a decision like that shows that they have the right ideas in mind, they have the right ethics in mind. This is the right result.
Now let's get to the meat of this. Should the breathalyzer test stay mandatory? What about the blood test, Danny?
Well, let's talk realities. I mean, the reality of blood testing each and every DUI suspect might just be too much of a burden for any state to handle, although some jurisdictions are trying it. But think about this. Is there any other misdemeanor in the country where, based on suspicion alone by someone who is not trained in science or medicine, you're able to be seized and a needle stuck into your arm? I think mandatory blood testing goes down a slippery slope. Look, the breathalyzers are there for a reason. If they're properly calibrated, they work.
Richard?
I think that these tests are very appropriate. Because of the escalating penalties for people who have higher blood alcohol contents and possibly multiple DUIs, this is very good scientific evidence. The courts require these testing procedures. The example we have, the error with the district attorney's office, there are very specific, rigorous requirements for these tests to be admissible in court. It's very important. A lot of my clients win these cases because of these rigorous testing procedures that the district attorney's office can't comply with. And more importantly, and this is the most important part, this way the cases do not rest just along police officers' testimony, a subjective conclusion that somebody was incapable of safe driving.
Okay, all right, Richard, Danny, thank you so much for coming in tonight. Good points, guys.
Good night, Joyce.